Imagine a city where shadows lurk around every corner and whispers of corruption fill the air. In the heart of the village of Dolton and Thronton Township, the fairy godmother of corruption doesn't wield her magic wand or grant wishes. Instead, she rules the town, pulling the strings of the city's underworld with an iron grip. With a flick of her wand and a sneaky smile, this fairy godmother of corruption started casting spells of chaos all over town. Now, according to the trustees, instead of waving her wand to make things better, she was using it to make things disappear, like the funds from the town's treasury. Remember, this mythical story is all alleged, but if you listen carefully, it unfolds truths and lies. Born from the ashes of a broken system, the fairy godmother of corruption rose to power with promises of change and hope, selling a dream to those who would await a better future. But little did they know that behind her charming facade lay a web of deceit where crime and corruption flourished under her watchful eye. Now, under her rule, the city became a playground for those in power alongside her, who lined their pockets while the less fortunate struggled to survive. This fairy godmother's hands are stained with the disappointment and regret of those who dared to oppose her, and her whimsical smile masked a heart as cold as ice. But amidst the chaos and despair, a glimmer of hope emerged, and showing up to save the day was none other than the FBI. It all started when a group of very brave souls banded together, determined to expose the true face of the fairy godmother of corruption. Local advocates, First Amendment auditors, and your everyday hardworking citizens have taken a deep dive into the darkness and uncovering secrets that will shock the nation. But there was no one as determined to put a stop to all of this political messiness like the village of Dolton's trustees, who stood in solidarity with a straight aim that is pointing directly at the fairy godmother of corruption. Jason House has never raised his voice, but he stood 10 toes down, fighting against the fairy godmother of corruption's agenda, while Miss Belcher, Miss Brown, and Miss Norwood banded together to expose the mayor's magical charade as they launched an all-out war on the fairy godmother, and they brought hell with them. These ladies are not to be played with, and their mix of cunning wit and sheer determination will stop at nothing as they dismantle the fairy godmother's dynasty built on allegations of deceit, mismanagement of funds, alongside her shady underlings. And so it appears no one in the fairy godmother's camp has held her accountable. These trustees have gathered evidence, rallied support, and took their fight to the streets, demanding justice and accountability. This fairy godmother was caught off guard by the sudden uprising, tried to cling to her power, but the tide had already turned against her, exposing the cracks in her carefully crafted dynasty. So the next time you hear a tale of a fairy godmother in a position of power, just remember, not all that glitters is gold, and not every wand is used for good. And thank you for tuning in to Southern Confidential, and hopefully you like this fictional version of a very, very real story. And for more on this developing story of pixie dust and broken wands and other true crime stories, hit subscribe.